This video is meant to be an orientation and familiarization of the Fassi F155A crane with the ScanReco Simply system and manually controlled outriggers. This is by no means a training or certification video. Prior to crane operation, read and understand the use and maintenance manual and Appendix A and B. Prior to all unit operations, be sure to wear all safety gear per local OSHA regulations. Walk around the unit performing a visual inspection, checking the components listed in Section 10.2 of the Use and Maintenance Manual. To begin crane operation, with the engine running, engage the PTO by pressing the switch located on the dash. If equipped, also press the crane switch to energize the crane. After the PTO is engaged, you will need to deploy the crane outriggers. As shown in Chapter 6 of the Use and Maintenance Manual, ensure the main diverter valve is turned towards the ES decal. Outriggers are controlled by using two additional levers. The first lever is used to divert oil to either the outrigger extension in the E position or the stabilizing ram in the S position. The second lever accomplishes that selected function. Select E on the first lever, followed by raising the safety latch, then activating the second lever to extend the outrigger. Once the outrigger is fully extended, select S with the first lever, then lower the stabilizer cylinder with the second lever. Before crane operation, ensure that the outriggers are extended fully and ground penetration is properly achieved per Chapter 6 of the Use and Maintenance Manual. Once the outriggers are properly deployed, the operator can begin the crane unfolding process. The operator can always reference Chapter 6 of the Use and Maintenance Manual or the unfolding decal on the crane column for instructions. To unfold the crane, turn the main diverter valve from ES to crane hook. If equipped, the radio remote transmitter should always be the first choice of operation. To turn the radio remote on, twist the E-stop button. Press the power button on the radio remote. You will see 1H displayed on the receiver once connection is made. To operate the crane using the radio remote, begin by unfolding the crane. Start by pressurizing the outer boom lift cylinder by pushing the third lever from the left and holding for 5 seconds. Lift the inner boom from the rest by pulling the second lever from the left and holding until the inner boom unfolds. Pulling the third lever will raise the outer boom. Rotation of the boom is controlled by the first lever. Extension and retraction are controlled by the fourth lever, and the winch is controlled by the fifth lever. Before folding the crane, the operator can always reference Chapter 8 in the Use and Maintenance Manual or the folding decal on the crane column for instructions. To fold the crane, ensure that the load has been detached from the machine. Fully retract the boom extension. The winch hook must be secured at the winch drum and any slack in the line eliminated. Rotate the crane until the reference indicators on the column and the base coincide. Fold the outer boom completely. As the inner boom is lowered, ensure outer boom remains fully closed. Lower the inner boom, ensuring the stowing tab falls in line with the slot. Also ensure the roller seats properly into its rest. Press the E-stop on the remote and store inside the truck cab. If the radio remote fails to communicate with crane wirelessly, the operator needs to use the manual controls. Locate the radio receiver and change the 3-position toggle switch from remote to manual. The operation of the crane will now be controlled by following the same step as the radio control, but with the use of the hydraulic levers mounted on either side of the truck. The levers are laid out in the same configuration as the remote. The first lever from the left is rotation. The second is inner boom control. The third is outer boom raise and lower. The fourth is outer boom extension and retraction. And the fifth is the winch control. Once the crane has been folded, the outriggers must now be stowed.
Retract the outriggers by turning the diverter valve back to the ES position. Select S on the position lever. Raise the stabilizer cylinders completely. Select E on the position lever, then retract each outrigger to its stowed position.
And lastly, the crane switch in the cab can be turned off, followed by the PTO switch. For questions, reference your use and maintenance manual or contact your local Fassi dealer.